Hello students, welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well. So today we're gonna start practicing with chemical sciences PYQs of quantum chemistry. So today we're gonna take the June 2011 questions. So let's get started. First question is for a certain particle encountering a barrier, the turning probability is approximately e raised to the power minus 10. If the mass is halved and the width of the barrier rectangular is doubled, approximate value of the turning probability will be the most important topic of the turning theory. So what is turning? In classical physics, a particle cross barrier when energy is low, whereas in quantum mechanics, particle has probability to tunnel through. So this probability depends on three factors. Firstly, mass, that is m, and A is the barrier weight. Okay. So in this question, we only have to figure out the mass and the barrier. So we only take the relationship between the probability and the mass and the weight. So this is our the formula. But this is the equation we're gonna take. So initially we have given with the turning probability that is e raised to minus 10. So we're gonna compare this with these two equations. It comes out to be minus A. This is the equation we got. Now we all know that minus minus cancels out. This gonna cancel out and we will get this equation. This is our exponent. This is the term we will get A under root m equals to 10. So what changes we have given? So what changes they have asked, the mass is halved. कि mass आधा हो गया है. This is the mass should be divided by 2 and the width of the barrier is doubled. The width is now get doubles. Okay. So applying this formula to the given equation and let me do it for you. So this is the equation we got. T is directly proportional to we have doubles the width and divides the mass by 2. So in the next step, we're going to rationalize this. So students, after rationalizing, we get this equation. And after rationalizing and solving this, we get this. And the value of under root A under root m is 10. And we will get this equation and we will get the answer, which is option B. Okay. That is, T is directly proportional to e raised to the power minus 10 under root 2. So further, let's go to the next question. So this is very conceptual question and this is very important question also. So in this equation, what is given? The normalized hydrogen atom oneness wave function is given to us. Equation is given to us this and equation is very basic. So where psi is given that is 1 and energy is minus 0.5 AU. If we use normalized wave function of the above one formed with delta, z is delta not equals to 1, the average energy of the ground state of hydrogen atom is. So here A naught is the Bohr radius, R is the distance from the nucleus, and this exponential term is decay of electron density, and psi is the adjustable parameter. So here when psi is equals to 1, what it denotes? That is exact ground state wave function, that is it defines exact hydrogen atom. And when psi is not equals to 1, this tells about the trial approximate wave function. So here are two possibilities from this equation. Either psi would be greater than 1 or psi would be less than 1. So when psi is greater than 1, it means that electron would closer to nucleus. Okay? And when psi is less than 1 means electrons spread far away. So in both the cases, so here the concept of kinetic energy includes. So from this, energy is greater than psi is equals to 1. So for psi equals to 1, energy is minus 0.5 A. So for psi not equals to 1, that is when psi either greater than or less than equals to 1, energy would be always and always greater than given psi equals to 1. That is minus 0.5. So the correct option is option A, option first. And psi controls the size of the orbital. Let me mark it for you. Option first is the correct. All right. The next question. orbital with radial wave function of the form r raised to power alpha expression minus beta r and psi as part of expression. Expression is exponential minus 3 iota psi corresponds to this, and from the given option we are given to find the n, l and m values. All right. So students, hydrogen wave function में this is the wave equation which is denoted by this, and r is the radial part and this second one is the angular part. Okay. So the angular part equation is written by this e raised to power iota m psi. ठीक है. और इससे अगर हम इक्वेशन कंपेयर करें तो m की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? वैसे एक्सपोनेंशियल की वैल्यू हमें क्या गिवन है? This is the radial function, okay? And this is the exponential function. So as according to this, m की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? हमारे पास -3, okay? m की वैल्यू हमारे पास -3 है. और उसके साथ हमने अब l निकालना है. l कैसे निकलेगा हमारे पास? This relationship के साथ m l is greater than equals to m to the mod of m. So क्या होता है हमारे पास -3 mod magnitude is less than l. So जब ये मैग्नीट्यूड का यहाँ यानी कि माइनस का साइन हटता है हमारे पास, तो ये दोनों साइन चेंज हो जाते हैं. So l is less than equals to 3. So आगे हमारे पास ये गिवन इक्वेशन क्या है? नॉन पॉलिनोमियल फॉर्म. ऑलराइट, तो नॉन पॉलिनोमियल फॉर्म के लिए n की वैल्यू क्या होती है? n equals to l plus 1. अब 3 plus 1 क्या आएगा? 4. So हमारे पास फाइनल आंसर क्या आया? l equals to 3, n equals to 4, n equals to -3. So the correct answer would be option B, that is second. ठीक है. So let's move into the next question. बच्चों ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. टर्म सिंबल ऑफ अ मॉलिक्यूल विद इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन बहुत बार पेपर में आता है और बहुत रिपीटेडली आता है, और इसके क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना बहुत इजी है if you know the basic concept. So सबसे पहले हमें ये गिवन इक्वेशन गिवन है. सबसे पहले हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? एक जनरल फॉर्म क्या होती है इसको लिखने की? जनरल फॉर्म हमारे पास एज अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस ये होती है हमारे पास जनरल फॉर्म टर्म सिंबल लिखने की. 2s plus 1 डेल्टा plus minus g by q. So s here is the total spin which can be calculated by Pauli exclusion principle, and delta is the total orbital angular momentum, and g by u is the symmetry, carried or uncarried, or plus minus sign denotes either the orbitals are symmetric or unsymmetric. So firstly, first step. So let's remind first step in your mind that सबसे पहले हमने निकालना है स्पिन मल्टीप्लिसिटी. अब वो कैसे निकलेगा? अब हमारे पास कितने अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है? हमारे पास बाकी सारे फुल है, सिर्फ 2 अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है पाई ऑर्बिटल्स. 2 अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन का स्पिन कितना होता है? 1/2. ठीक है. और 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का स्पिन कितना? दैट इज 2 कट्स बाय 1/2, दैट इज 1. और हमारे पास s की वैल्यू क्या है? 1. अब हमने क्या निकालना है? 2s plus 1. 2s plus 1 के लिए क्या आएगा? s की वैल्यू 1 पुट कर दो. 2 into 1 plus 1 equals to 3. आई होप ये कंसेप्ट आता होगा सबको. अगर नहीं आता लेट मी नो. इफ कोई भी डाउट हो बच्चों पूछ सकते हो आप. सेकंड हमने क्या निकालना है? फॉर ऑर्बिटल एंगुलर मोमेंटम. तो पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन के लिए ऑर्बिटल एंगुलर मोमेंटम कितना होता है? 1. ओके. अब कंबाइन करेंगे हम either 1 plus 1 or 1 minus 1. So delta can be equals to 2, or for 0 it is the sigma. So out of all, how we know that it is sigma? And it is pi electron and both are unpaired. So it is unsymmetric. So it is 1 minus 1, that would be 0. We're going to take sigma sign. Okay. So thirdly, what we're going to calculate, that is G. Either it's G or U. So both orbitals are in the G orbital as given in the equation. Alright, so remember in your mind that G multiplied by G would be equals to G. For 2 pi electrons, that would be triplet states always give unsymmetrical. So we will get this. This is our final answer. Okay, so let's move in further to the next question. A constant of motion is defined by the equation we need to calculate from this. So, firstly, what is meant by constant of motion? Constant of motion क्या होता है? Quantity is constant of motion if its value doesn't change with time. जब उसकी value change नहीं, वो motion में है but उसकी value change नहीं हो रही time के साथ, ठीक है? अब इसमें हमारे पास दो टर्म्स गिवन है ऑप्शंस में H एंड A. अब H और A क्या है? एज आप पढ़ के आए हो क्वांटम केमिस्ट्री, ए क्या होता है? सब ऑब्जर्वेबल मतलब ऑपरेटर, और H क्या होता है? Hamiltonian operator, that is total energy operator. So as according to time evolution rule, this is the equation. You need to memorize this. So here integration of psi star, that is wave function, A into psi into change in tau. Okay? In the next step, we're going to differentiate this. So by differentiation, we will get this. That is, firstly, we will get change of psi star, then change of psi, then change of A. If you need the derivation of this, do let me know. I will give you I will explain you derivation in the next lecture. Okay. So secondly, we will apply the Schrodinger wave equation formula. So Schrodinger wave equation formula is this: d phi by dt equals to 1 upon iota h cross h into psi. So we're gonna take the star wave function, that is we will do negative of the our given equation. Okay? And nextly, so the overall by substituting all these values we will get this. And if आप मेरे को बता देना अगर आपको चाहिए इसकी डेरिवेशन, मैं आपको समझा दूंगी वो दूँ. So फिलहाल के लिए बस अभी यही करो. So we will get this. अब हमारे पास कुछ AH minus HA accumulators आया. और हम इसको क्या AH minus HA क्या होता है? A, HA. अब A, HA किसकी इक्वल होता है? Minus H, A. अब इसकी अगर हमारे पास 1 by iota है, so 1 by iota होता है minus iota. So हम क्या पुट कर देंगे iota upon H, H, A. So H, as this equation is equals to 0. It is given. How it is given? It's given in the statement that it is constant of motion. Anything changes with time is 0. So this equation will 0 and this equation will automatically get 0. Okay? So हमारे पास ये value भी आ गई 0. Option first is the correct answer. So let's move into the further to the next question. So in this question, what we are given with is that the unperturbed energy levels of a system are E0, E1, E2. The second order correction to energy for the ground state in the presence of the perturbation V, for which V10 equals to 2, V20 equals to 4, V12 equals to 6 has been found to be. So in this equation, unperturbed energy levels are given. V0 equals to 0, E1 equals to 2, E2 equals to 4, and we are given with the presence of perturbation V, which is V10, V20, and V12. So we are asked for second order energy correction to ground state. So here it is the equation we're gonna apply. This is the equation, and please memorize this equation. This concept comes many times, repeated many times in the frequently repeated many times in the CSIR NET examination, and it's important for many examinations like IIT JAM and other examinations. So we're gonna substitute the values, and we got E0 to raised to 2, A is equals to N equals to 1, EV10 upon E1, E0 minus E1 plus this. Okay, we will get the answer as minus 6. I hope you get this answer. If not, do let me know in the comment section. Now let's further move into the next question. So what is given in this sixth statement is, so for an H2 molecule, hydrogen molecule, the ground state function is given to us, that is psi1 comma 2 equals to psi1 comma 2 sigma 1, where phi refers to the space part. They have given that this is the space part. Let me mention it for you. So why I have written it space and the spin function. So in the given the equation, that is psi1 comma 2 equals to psi2 comma 1. What this defines? This defines that space part is the symmetric part. So as we all know that wave function is the multiple of wave function is always the multiple of Symmetric, I will write symmetric as S into anti-symmetric. Okay, always remember this. So here, what's the symmetric part? That is psi is the symmetric part. And what would be the unsymmetric part? Technically, unsymmetric part would be the sigma. So unsymmetric would be sigma. So इस क्वेश्चन को तो देख के ही समझ आता है हमें कैसे, ये देखें, अगर हमारे पास अनसिमेट्रिक पार्ट हो उसकी हम कैसे इक्वेशन लिख सकते हैं? ऐसे, दैट इज उसमें नेगेटिव साइन आता ही आता है। क्या फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में नेगेटिव साइन है? नहीं। सेकंड में नहीं। थर्ड में है। फोर्थ में नहीं है। तो हम सीधा यस कर सकते हैं कि थर्ड इज द करेक्ट आंसर। बट अगर टेक्निकली सोचा जाए, इसमें अल्फा बीटा क्या है? अल्फा बीटा आर द स्पिन स्टेट्स। अल्फा फॉर द स्पिन अप एंड बीटा फॉर स्पिन डाउन। लेट मी राइट इट फॉर यू। Alpha, I will write as spin up and beta for spin down. ठीक है? So, option third is the correct answer. Okay, students, thank you for watching my video and do let me know in the comment section अगर आपको कोई डाउट हो कहीं से भी। और कल हम करेंगे दिसंबर 2011 के PYQs. Thank you.